This tutorial is sponsored by Patreon. Thank you all for your support. Welcome back, guys. This is our fourth episode of Horror Survival series. And in today's episode, we're gonna be handling our interaction system. I covered it a lot on my channel, but here we are going to do it once more. So first thing, how does interaction system in first person works is basically we would shoot a line trace from our camera, that is in our case our head, our eyes, and we would give it forward vector to go certain amount of length in front of us. And we would use it to interact with the actors inside of the world. Okay, so first thing that I want to create here is I'm gonna go to the blueprints, new folder, and this is going to be interfaces. If you don't know what is blueprint interface, it's basically used to communicate between the blueprints without casting, really, and I will show you how that works. So here I'm gonna create a blueprint interface, and I'm gonna call it BPI interact. If we open it up, we are gonna see we have some functions here, and I'm gonna call it on interact, just like that. And as you can see, we cannot do anything here, but we will use it for something else. So once we created that, we'll go into our core, into our player character, and we need our key, which we will use for the input, and that's why we need to go to the inputs and create another input, an input action, and call it EA interact. So open it up, make sure it's a boolean. Okay, I can close it up. Now I need to open the IMC default, and here I can select my EA interact, press this little plus, and you don't need to press plus, you automatically get one slot, and I can use, for example, my E to be interact. Okay, so now that's done. Because we did that, now we can call EA interact from here. And now I want to create another function that I'm gonna create. Inside of that function, I'm gonna create a code for basically shooting that line trace that's gonna use for our interaction system. So little plus on this function and call it create interact line, and I can instantly pull it here into started. And I will press C to comment interaction system, just like that. But inside of that interact line, now we need to do a code, because this does nothing now. Okay, so first thing, we will get line trace by channel, or you can get sphere trace by channel. And the difference is that sphere has radius, so it can be a bigger line, right? But the line trace is more precise because it shoots literal line. But if you want the player to have ease picking up the items, but it's a little bit bigger collision interaction, you can use sphere, but I'm gonna use line trace by channel. So now this line trace needs a starting and ending point here. So how do we get a starting and ending point? Well, it's pretty simple. So we set up this camera here to be our eyes. So this is our eyes. So from this camera, from our eyes, we will get its world location, and this world location is going to be starting point. So we are getting world location of the camera where it is right now, and from that point the line trace starts. Then we need to go forward, right? So we are gonna get forward vector, and we need to give him a length. And how do we do that? Well, we can just multiply, or just type multiply, and right click on the second pin and convert it to float single precision. You could either promote this to variable, or you could set it up here so you can edit it from the... So if I set it like this, and press compile, then you can see I can edit it, its number here, and I will do it this way. So I will call it interact length. So now if I go to my event graph, I can set its value here, as you can see. Okay, so that here is done. Actually, there is one more thing that we need to do. So we need to get our ending point. And how do we get those? Well, simply by adding our world location of the camera. So if we write add or we write plus, doesn't matter. We're gonna get this add, and we're gonna add a camera world location starting point, and we're gonna add forward vector that is multiplied by our length. So you can see now logically how this works. It basically shoots the line in front of it. But here comes the real system right now. So I'm gonna get branch, or you can just B left click to get branch, and out hit and condition is going to go to return value. So we are checking if we hit anything, and if we did, we're gonna first get out hit, break it result. So now we can get our hit actor, something that we hit. We are hitting the actors here. And from it, we're gonna call onInteract message. That's the exactly interface that we created on the start of the episode, and it helps us to interact with the actors without directly casting to it. So this will work perfect, but now we need something to test it on. So go to your blueprints, content blueprints, create new folder, call it actors, and we're gonna create blueprint class actor. Call it BPA interact base actor. Open it up. First, I'm gonna go to the components and add a little big cube so I can have easier time finding it in the world. And I'm gonna set it locked and 0.1 on every position, like XYZ. And I'm gonna give it a color, this one, orange. But now, this actor does nothing because we need to communicate between the blueprints, and for that we need to go to the class settings in the viewport or anywhere. Just go to the class settings and implement BPI interact. And now that you implemented BPI interact, if we go to our interfaces here, you can find onInteract and you can just double click. So this will be run once we shoot this line and it interacts with the actor. So for example, print string subscribe to my channel, and let's see what happens if I press E on this character. Now it's going to be a little bit harder since I don't have crosshair still. Let's see, where is my character? As you can see, when I press E, it's printing the string, so it works. And also if I get destroy actor on it, like this, and I go and play, it will destroy its actor and say subscribe to my channel. So you should listen to this smart cube and subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this, because this was all for today's tutorial. We did our interact system, and if we want to adjust the length, we can just edit this number. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.